Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to be joined with Sisa with her movie, Quispe Smiles. Let's take a look at the clip.
Mamita, ayun chico na terima kay kami. Niyo kapas mo chinay kita. Corre, mama. Corre.
Sisa, thank you for being here. Welcome to the New Filmmakers Los Angeles family. We'll never let you go. You're part of the family forever now. No, really, for coming in. Did you come in from Argentina or New York?
Well, I'm based in New York, but I just flew from Argentina.
Goodness me, honestly, thank you so much for being here. And your film was another film festival there as well. It's amazing, international. Well, we're so happy to thank you for making the effort of being here to celebrate your amazing film. For those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much, Danny, for having me here. I'm so grateful. Quispe Smiles, it's a film about healing. And unlike many other indigenous films, well, especially the films that are talking about my culture, they always focus in the oppression, right, on our pain. So I really wanted to focus in what brings us joy, in what is keeping us here. So Quispe Smiles, it's a film that follows this girl who cannot sing since her mom passed away, and her return to her community during a celebration, and how she finds a path of healing among sisterhood, reconnecting with the land through the songs and through our dances.
I mean, it's a beautiful, magical, emotional film that you shared with us, and I don't know if you heard this, but there was many people in our audience last night that specifically came to see your film because they just wanted to see this on a big screen. So, and you gave us such a gift with this film, and we're so appreciative of the energy, the heart, everything that this film you gave to us, because it was a really, really special piece of art. What was that moment for you, Sisa, where you wanted to take this story and turn it into a film? When did that experience start for you?
Yeah, I remember going through a lot in my life, and somehow I found a lot of, I think it was through music that I really found a way to release all this pain that I have within myself. I was taking these classes with an amazing elder, Quechua, and she told me, Sisa, when we sing, it's like we're giving birth. So it's like we're releasing, comes from here. So that really made me refocus and say, wow, I am so grateful for our traditions, for our ancestral knowledge. And sometimes the answers are within ourselves. We just need to look within our culture, within our family, within our community. And that really was like, wow, I really want to tell this story. And also saying that, healing is not a one line, it's not like one path, it's like a cycle. It goes up and down, right? These are like waves, so.
Yes, absolutely. What was really special and what you shared with us last night as well was just, how wonderfully impactful that you got to bring this home. You got to celebrate your experiences, your culture, everything, and put it into film. And you got to obviously be with people that really, truly embrace this and experience this. And you got many of the local people involved as well. Tell us about how you're then you're gonna I'm gonna go and tell this story. And what was the kind of reaction and the people that you brought together for making this story? Because it was truly, must have been special for them too.
Yes, I think for me, storytelling is not only about the product, but also how do you make this, right? So of course, the beauty of filmmaking is you cannot make one film by yourself. It takes a whole community, right? So I knew right away that I wanted to work with people from the area, from Ayacucho, and specifically I wanted to collaborate with a community. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy path. There were different challenges. Just by the moment I say I'm not going to shoot in the capital of Peru, just taking all the camera, the lighting, everything from Lima it took a big part of the budget, but I knew deep in my heart that I wanted to shoot it in the Andes, in the territory, work with the community in their territory, and share this experience together. I think it came very organically for many of us because Ayacucho, it's a city, I would say it's one of the most strongest city in Peru that have survived so many conflicts, specifically the armed conflict. And there's so many orphans in this specific city, but at the same time, it's a city that there's so many artists in there. Everybody dances, sings, they play music. So I was completely shook by all the talent that it was in there, and they needed so bad to, just more opportunity. So as soon as they knew about Cusi Smiles, they jumped right on board and they gave it all.
Oh, it was breathing through the film, and what I love that you shared as well, because I think the really important thing that you did as well was just keeping the authenticity with the people that were involved in the project. I love that you shared about you fought for your producer, and the fact that you wanted to make sure, as we should in storytelling, really have people that truly understand the community, the culture, and breathe that into life through the film, and that they're the ones telling the story, and that was important to you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really important for me, and it makes a big difference in the film, because, I have this vision, and then my producer knew what was the message, what I wanted to bring, so he gave me more ideas, and we kept creating, not only with him, with my amazing cinematographer, who's also Quechua, and she's an amazing Warmi, an amazing woman as well. So we keep creating on top of our visions, right? So I think Cusi Smiles, it's a love letter to our culture, to our people, to our songs, and how remembering who we are can bring heal not only to us, but also we share that within our family, within our friends. And I think that's ultimately what the world needs.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. No, my goodness me, I think the wonderful thing is that you took something so personal to you, experiences that were personal to you, and the music and the healing through music, as you said, and you shared it with us and made it this universal, because the one thing that obviously was experienced in this film was pain of loss, and that experience, and showing just these beautiful traditions in which you're able to express your feelings and healing. When you're directing something, there's a lot of things that go through. This must have been quite an emotional journey, because it was so powerful to watch the music, the dance, the beautiful dresses and everything. And you were saying that every day they make such an effort to dress in the most beautiful colors every day, right?
Yeah. It's an everyday, that's how they live their lives, every single day. And it makes me wonder, right? It's like society keeps telling us who we are, how should we dress, how should we talk, what should we wish in our lives. So working with the community was really a remembering, right? Right now, today I'm a filmmaker, tomorrow I'm a writer, then I'll be a mom, and there's so many identities that you go through your life. But I think that something that continues to be steady is the land.
Absolutely.
And we as human people, we are connected to the land.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. And what was it like? What was your process as a director working, with your actors, with your team? What was that experience specifically for this particular film in terms of all the trials, tribulations, and everything else in between? What was it like directing it?
Yeah, well, I really make sure to tell everyone about the story and to share why I was making this film and why it was important for me to make this film with this set of values. I work with an amazing production in Ayacucho, and they always talk about that their values are Aini, Ayllu, and Yanantin, which are Quechua wisdom. I would translate it to reciprocity, I will translate it to complementarity, and I will translate it also to family, you know? So I think understanding that we were a big family, that challenges were gonna arise, but we all had a common goal, right? And it was a challenge since day one. I remember one night before shooting, because we work with an indigenous community, they asked the mama coca. I don't know if you're familiar with the coca.
Yeah, the coca.
It's a sacred leaf for us. It's a sacred plant for us. So they asked Mama Coca in a ceremony if we were good to shoot. Of course, I was like, wow. Oh my God, this is so much, right? Wow. But I was like, you know what? I have to trust in my intentions. And by that time, we already started to develop a stronger relationship with the community and with the crew as well. So everything came out great. Mama Coca, yes, yeah, it really did.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
It was, yeah.
Amazing.
We asked the land,
Yeah.
literally. And we have different challenges. It rained every single day, but we still made it happen. It was really a community effort, and everybody was helping. The families who lived there, they were cooking for us. So we were sharing the meals, all of us together, and we stay in the houses of people in their territory. It was amazing, yeah.
I mean, obviously you're living in, Brooklyn, New York now, right? Obviously from the beautiful country of Peru, and you got to, actually make a film on these lands, which is important to you, and share now with the world. You just came back from Argentina. You come and join New Filmmakers LA, and we're obviously celebrating Indigenous stories from around the world. What was that feeling like, there's it's so important to showcase Indigenous storytellers from around the world, and this particular program is dedicated to that. What was the experience like bringing it out to an audience? How was that experience for you, Sisa?
Well, I definitely feel so grateful, because unfortunately I feel like I fall in the reches, is that how you call it? In the middle? Yeah, for example, somehow in Latin America, it kind of centers mestizo. It doesn't center indigenous people. So I feel like we are kind of forgotten, So even the fact of being selected and taking up space, I believe it's a way of resistance and showing that we're still here, that our culture is alive. We are not in a museum and that's it. That we have songs that keep evolving, that our music evolves, that our language is not an obsolete language like I was taught, right? So just being part of spaces like that, it's, for me, I feel like we're sharing the story, we're letting you know we are here, and that's success, I would say.
One of the things I think that we want to change that narrative is you should never have to feel like you're taking up space. It is your space. You are the First Nations, the indigenous of all the world, and so recapturing that and making sure that it's your space. It is your space, and you did such an incredible job with this film. I didn't want it to end. I was just in this world that you gave us, and I just feel such honored that you brought all these incredible human beings into this film. Where are you taking us next, Sisa? Where are we going? What journey, what film are you going to bring us into next?
So Cusi Smiles is my second film, and I wrote a third film, which is called You Are on Native Land. And I continue to go back to us remembering who we are, right? I believe that, well, since I moved into the US, I was told, you're an immigrant, you're Latina, you're this, right? So You Are on Native Land focuses in a woman who has a vision, and she meets a Native American, and together they have this moment where they realize that there is a cycle that's happening, an oppression cycle, right? And the way that we can break it is by remembering who we are, that we have a connection with this land, and to not feel intimidated, to not lower our heads, right? So for me, it has been hard to move to the US, learn a new language, right? And just remember that I am enough. So I think sharing these stories really brings me joy. It's really what my purpose is in this life, and sharing it with the world. And maybe I'm not gonna change people's mind, but I think at least just by sparking an idea, I think that's enough.
You are doing it, and you are literally doing it, and you're enhancing our art and our creativity, and and you've got so many more amazing stories. Please bring the story back to us, please. We're inspired by each other, and if there was someone watching this that is like, oh my goodness, Sisa, I wish I could do what you could do, what kind of advice do you have, like just even to yourself and for others out there that want to tell their stories?
Yeah, I would say you are enough. You are enough. Yes. I would say you are enough. Don't even doubt about it, and look around, because sometimes what we need, it's closer than when we think. So keep believing in yourself, but remember that a path is not like a straight line. It's always a cycle, and you know what? Ultimately, we are in this life to share, to enjoy, and to keep inspiring each other. So there's always going to be something to learn.
Well, thank you for sharing Coochie Smiles with us. Thank you to everyone that was involved in the project, because you all really made it so special, and we can't wait to see your next film. But thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. See you, everybody.